voita, joo. Mä vaan voitan, mä jotain mitä et voi tilastoida, joo. Mä oon eri tilas poika, eri ajas. Mä oon kyvä miltsi jäbä, se lukee verivalas. Ne veti mato jala alta, se vedi takas. Nostin tuplafin kun pystyi niinku pelin paras. Mulle voittaminen tulee meitsi elintavast. Ja smoothie tyyli mun suvereenista elinajast. Mä ajan aina, mulle ei oo kyse kelivarast. Murhaani tyystin, et jätä pelkät verivanat. Mä tiputtelen westsideit niinku mun freshsideit niinku. Mä käytän tähän vaan less timea niinku. Jos mä vois voittaa, niin miksi mä tulisin edes sit testaamaan niinku? Mä tulin tekee massia ja tekee sitä hyvin. Mä tulin jättää massia, seteleitä syliin. Mä rakennan siltaa tulevaisuuteen. Tartu kiinni uuteen tilaisuuteen, meneeks yli? Mä tulin tekee massia ja tekee sitä hyvin. Heitä lätkä kassiin, tuu kun menestyy. Voittava tiimil, hommat hoitamas kliiniks. Nouta poika ku tiigil, sä tiedät et me mennä tyriin. Mä tiputan niin läppiä ku luusereita. Jutut aivan vittu räppiä ja ruugereita. Mun räpit ihan vittu kättiä ja luugereita. Ja meitsin mimmi vittu nätti ilman puutereita. Me ollaan niitä omi polkuja kulkeneita. Uusi ovi avanneitten vanhoi sulkeneita. Hyviä tyyppei, parempia aikoi tunteneita. Niitä jotka aina levittelee muskeleita. Tää kaikkien puolesta tiimipeli. Ja kaikki yhden puolesta tuu sun tiimi esiin. Sä et edes tiedä mitä osut eikä silmillesi. Kun aina raasta meidän menoa tirkisteli. Mä otin skenen omin käsi ja se virkisteli. Kattelin kun katteliset laidalt tirvisteli. Kun mä saavuin safkaamaan kaikki muut massut täynnä kun mä tuun kerran mun jengi ja pihvieni. Mä tulin tekee massia ja tekee sitä hyvin. Mä tulin heittää massia, seteleitä syliin. Mä rakennan siltaa tulevaisuuteen. Tartu kiinni uuteen tilaisuuteen, meneeks yli? Mä tulin tekee massia ja tekee sitä hyvin. Heitä lätkä kassiin, tuu kun menestyy. Voittava tiimil, hommat hoitamas kliiniks. Nouta poika ku tiigil, sä tiedät et me mennä tyriin. Jo mä oon täällä, jos et kuule voi toistaa. Mä oon täällä erottumasta roistaa. Paras vaan loistaa. Mä ikin kieltäydy tiliteosta tai paras vaan loistaa. Saatana vikkelä oja loistaa. Räävä suu tunnettu käytöstä voistaa. Sä et voi meikäläistä käytöstä poistaa.
Over 50 people online waiting, so let's get the show going. Welcome to the BRiDG Hackathon Kickoff. Woo! Woo! Are you excited? Yeah. Are you excited? Yay, good. I am. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you everybody for coming. This is pretty amazing day for Tampere, for you guys, for our partners, Tampere ES, everybody. So, let's see. We have over 40 teams participating. Over 40. Let's see if we will kick off the 50 mark, because people are already still signing up, which is amazing. And this means that you get to meet a lot of new friends. You get to talk with people all over Finland. There's always at least one team from abroad as well. So pretty nice bunch of people. You get to create the next internet together. Here's a quick brief on the agenda. So we'll go through some basic housekeeping for the hackathon. There's a lot of moving parts, bits and pieces, and dates to remember. So let's go through them. Then we will have a special announcement by Sitra and Helena Mustikainen. That's pretty amazing. And then we'll go and dive deeper into the challenges. And that's the chance where you can ask questions, since all the challenge partners are here for you guys today. Also, people online, do use the Q&A part. We have, I think, Teemu checking the chat all the time, and you can ask questions as well. And then roughly 5:30, it's time for you guys to meet your team. I know that there's someone that you haven't met before, so this is your first time to say hi to your team members and get the hackathon starting. You get to meet your mentors and start building. And roughly 9 p.m. we'll start closing the doors, and then the work continues with you guys over the weekend and over the next 4 weeks. As it's polite to introduce yourself, hello everybody, I'm Sointu Karjalainen. I'm the founder of the Git Cartel, also FOE Ventures, where we invest in pre-seed seed startups building in the metaverse. It's been my personal mission to bring Web3 and metaverse and all these emerging technologies easily accessible for everybody in Finland. This hackathon is one avenue to do exactly that. Provide a fun and laid-back experience, learning about what the future will look like, and also build the next internet. But no way I could have done this hackathon on my own. So please give huge applause to Tampere ES team, Amos, Henrik, Nico, Umar, and Teemu. These guys are the ones making this happen. Amazing space venue, pulling all the stunts. If you only knew what they've been doing, you will laugh. They've done everything to make this a success. I feel like we've been through our own hackathon simulation in the past 4 months just to pull things off. So
yeah, when we started with the guys, I said at the beginning that now it's our time to do the hackathon, that everyone else can have the hackathon. So it has been an amazing couple of months for us, and I'm very happy to have so many here now. I'm Amos Heikkilä, the chairperson of Tampere Entrepreneurship Society. And unfortunately, we are not able to have the whole team here. And there is a couple names missing from this, but this is our board. And then there is team members also helping us, and it has been very good support from them.
So whenever you guys see the blue hoodies, give a high five, say thank you, because they are doing the hard work.
Yeah, we are here to help everyone here.
So, as with any innovation, there's always skeptics, criticism, we know it. But do you want to be in this Paul Krugman crew who predicted this back in 1998? Probably not. So nobody uses fax machines anymore, right? But do you want to be in this Satya Nadella crew who says the metaverse is here? And it's not only transforming how we see the world, but how we participate in it. From the factory floor to meeting rooms. And I would also add the way we hang out together, be with our friends, do work, shop, whatever we guys we do on our daily lives, it's gonna happen in the metaverse. So I want to congratulate you guys, because you, just by being here today, are already one step ahead of the rest. You are building the future. No matter if you are winning the hackathon, that's secondary, although the prize money is cute. But just by being part is going to be amazing. You will learn new skills, meet the best mentors in the industry. So that's priceless. Over to you.
So yes, here is the link for the participant handbook, and I have also sent that to everyone on email. So there is all the essentials you have to need during the process. There is everything about how to deliver your solution and how to everything. And if you have any problems, you have the team, you know the team, you can contact me via email or MNT platform. But please read the handbook, and if you have any problems, reach us. So this is the quick, not agenda, but the way how we go through. So our hackathon is a bit different than the normal, like usual hackathons that are only lasting 1 day or 2 days. We aim to have longer hackathon so that each team can really succeed. So we are providing more mentoring and really aim that each team can succeed. And that's why we have different checkpoints to check in what situation each team is at. And then we also have the pitching training, because not every team is a professional pitcher already. So that's something that I find it's important. So here you can see the whole schedule, how we go through the whole event, hackathon.
And just introducing a few of our mentors. These are the leading industry experts in Finland that will be guiding you through this entire hackathon. You will learn all their expertise areas on our website. More mentors will be dropping out on a rolling basis. So do watch out for your emails, check our website, Discord. We will announce the mentoring slots on a rolling basis each week. So pretty amazing people helping you guys out. ChatGPT is allowed to be used if you want to. Totally up to you guys to decide. And a few words about the judging criteria. So as mentioned, there will be winners. We have a great jury deciding the overall hackathon winners. So do keep in mind these criteria when you start building out. These are the ones that the jury will kind of make those final decisions. Obviously, there will be peer review process involved. So all of you guys get to have a vote as well, not only the jury.
Yes, so to add to that, so if your solution is very technical, remember to bring it out the way that the other ones also understand it. Because if you are building something amazing that only technical people can understand, you might lose in the peer review because other teams, they don't understand your solution. So that's very essential when you are doing your solution, to delivering your solution. Yeah.
Exactly, and you'll find the more detailed description on these on the handbook, of course. So do check them out.
Yeah, and of course, as most of you might know, there is quite good awards, like winning prizes. So for the winning team gets 5,000 euros plus 5,000 euros if they want to keep developing their solution. So 10,000 euros for the winning team, 2,000 for the second team, and 1,000 for the third team. And what is the hackathon if the finals are not in Nokia Arena? So
come on.
We will see there on 6th of June.
So Nokia Arena, pretty amazing setup and opportunity to you guys to get pitch on stage. Not even many artists get to do that, so quite nice. But that's about it. Now, let me introduce you to Helena from Sitra. She will be announcing something pretty amazing, which I'm excited about. So please do give the applause to Hele. The floor is yours.
Okay, hello everyone. So my name is Helena Mustikainen and I come from Sitra. And I'm sorry that my slides are in Finnish because I didn't actually realize that this is a Finnish-speaking event, but it's okay. We will translate them to you and the presentation is in English anyway. So Sitra, the Finnish Innovation Fund, are there people who haven't heard about it? Sitra, do you know what it is? Yes, well, that's great. I don't think I have time to start making a company presentation, but anyway, we are working under the Finnish Parliament and we have just today actually been appointed a new our new boss. So Atte Jääskeläinen is our new boss. It was just some hours ago because the former Prime Minister Jyrki Katainen has been deciding to go to like a private company to work. But anyway, Sitra is like a future house and we are working at the moment in 3 different content areas, and one is the fair data economy. And we started working with this Web3 area about a year ago. So we did actually the same what you are doing now. We started to experiment. Like we have to do something like we have to be involved. If we are a future house, we have to like try what is happening. And we started from the same point with the metaverse actually. So we had an experiment with the National Gallery. So we built an exhibition in the National Gallery where we used the Finnish pavilion in the Paris from 1900. And that's the work we did last autumn. So that's actually the National Gallery, the pink circle, which expresses our do work. So in Sitra we do 3 kinds of work. We do the do work, which is that's kind of work what you are doing at the moment. Then we do the think work, where we try to understand these problems and these challenges and possibilities a little bit better. And then we do also the connect kind of work, where we gather people together. And as I said, that a year ago we started with the experiment with the metaverse. And then we find out that actually something what we really have to do is to find out that if there are some difficulties in our legislation, that how can we do the different things in Web3 if our legislation is something that avoids and make the hinders to the people working. And we made the legislation kind of research, which we published on the February this year. And also we published like Web3 dictionary, like what are these terms in Finnish. And then we also made a report with the University of Oulu, how people have reacted when they have visited the National Gallery. Then we had because we are under the Finnish Parliament, there is the sign, the blue one, the elections, because most of our work there is a lot to do that how can we make the Finland better place to be. And now we are actually in the middle of working the think work, which is like an views of sustainability. Because when we started to do the work in Web3, we got a lot of messages that, are you sure that you want to do anything in that field? Because there is so much money laundering, there are so much difficulties with the blockchain, with the Bitcoin and environment. Shouldn't you think about better that this kind of company or organization is working with Web3? And we said that we are actually going to produce some neutral information about the subjects. And we just today, we started announcing a couple of articles. One was more like, can the blockchain technology help the sustainability of the environment by the traceability? And then the other one was like, who is winning, the police or the criminals? And there we had the Patrick Johansen writing, who has been working in the Finnish police and he knows the dark side of the Web3. And therefore we are trying to, as a Sitra, to produce some neutral information about Web3, like showing that there are a lot of possibilities, but not also wanting to show that what are the possible threats. And now the announcement why I'm here, thanks to Sointu, and I heard that you are having this amazing hackathon where you are trying to have the answers and going to the metaverse. So we are also establishing a Sitra Lab experimental program, which will be started, the application process actually next week. So I'm here a little bit in the marketing kind of purpose, that there might be some teams who are maybe could be thinking during the next 3 weeks that if this would be something that they would like to also apply. So we have this do kind of work. It's the National Gallery was just one experiment, and now we are actually financing 6 to 9 experiments. So it would be like 5,000 to 10,000 per one team who will be accepted to the program. And this is a picture from our legislation survey. It's like what is happening in an off-chain world, in our real world and what is happening actually in the Web3 world, in the on-chain world. And those which have been put in the yellow, they are the experimental subjects. So actually there is the metaversum in the middle. So we have the DAOs, the metaversum, and the tokenization and the NFTs. So those three are the different subjects, and you can apply to, like, you put in the application which is it, but you can put more because there are experiments that can be in all of those three areas. What is actually happening now is that we are starting this application process next Wednesday, so the 10th of May, and then it will be closed on the 31st. So there will be 3 weeks time. So I think it's quite actually suitable for these guys because you have already started thinking what you are doing. Because if you don't have any idea, I would say in a couple of weeks, I don't think it's possible to start thinking about it. Then we will choose the teams 6 to 9 in the end of June, so that we will get the contract negotiation done in the beginning of August, so that we can start the Sitra Lab experimental program in the beginning of September or in the end of August. And as I said, that there will be 80,000 euros that Sitra will contribute to the program, and it will mean like 6 to 9 teams. And of course, there might be some teams who don't need any money, because I think there will be some of that kind of tender combinants who doesn't need it, so they are just taking part in the program. Because the program is not just money, it's a little bit like what I heard, what you are doing here, but it's a little bit longer actually. So I will still have one slide for it, but here is the experiment plan. So we were able to put it in one A4 page. So actually it's not like you should apply to, like, you know, some of people know the ESR applications or something. So it's not something that you have to put like 100 pages, because the template is for 1 page. So everything you have to you see it here, that who is actually doing, what's the background, what is actually the goal, how are you going to document it, what is the schedule, what kind of money do you need, and if there are some risks. Then actually, this is the time schedule of the autumn, so those teams who will be chosen. So as I said, that we start on the end of August, and then we have an excursion to the Estonia. So we haven't planned it yet thoroughly, but we know that it's to Estonia, and we have not the dates yet. Then between the October and November, there is more like this kind of work what you are doing now here in a smaller period of time. So we are supporting. We will also have the mentors, so they are supporting the teams during those 2 months. And then we have 1 month, one day in November, and then it will end on the 12th of December. And this kind of program, it means that we are not just having the teams, but we are also having like a Web3 community where we are like reporting and telling what is happening. And then we also have 5 different ministries and a tax agency that they are also following the experiments. So they will be like, they are not in teams, but they will be following, because the recommendations what we got in our legislation survey find out that we need to speed up our knowledge and learning in Finland in the area. So it's good that we also have some government officials like following the experiments, and maybe find out that what should be maybe doing a little bit better. For example, the DAOs, there might be some legislation changes, we hope, during the next governmental period. And for example, that would be an interesting, at the same time, to trying to simulate it. So I think this was actually the announcement that I will put on the other side. Oh no, now it's gone. Okay, let's see.
Try to go back.
Yeah, I try to go back. Sen hakudian vielä, missä oli ne päivämäärät. Okay, so this was the announcement. The important dates was the next Wednesday, and we have to, I think, I'm not sure if we will able to get it in English on the Wednesday, but probably in a couple of days. So there's 3 weeks time to apply, and I think the work you are starting today is making a good start for thinking about it. The criterias will be in the web page in Wednesday, but mainly it's like it has to have some bigger purpose. So it's like the same here that you have your mentors, so you have the real cases. So that's the same, that there has to be like a real case behind it. And we are just waiting to get also good applications from this Tampere area, and I heard that there are some from abroad as well. And I wish you a very good luck in your hackathon, and also waiting to get some applications from these teams. Thank you.
Thank you, Helena. Quite inspiring to have Sitra cook up something like this for us. Quite unheard of that kind of a public sector is really pushing the boundaries and leading the way of innovation for us all, and then smoothing the road, which is pretty cool. I think we have some slides somewhere, but now it's time to get to the beef of this evening. The challenges. You want to hear what they are about? Yeah? I'm excited for you. So, we are really lucky to have the best challenge partners with us. These are also the leading innovators in Web3 and Metaverse, really having the courage to do things in a new way. And I can't wait what you guys will come up with in 4 weeks. But without further ado, I think let's set the stage for our first challenge partner, the city of Tampere. So I think we will welcome on stage Vesku. Yes, and yes, please do join.
Hello everybody, my name is Harri Kataisto, as shown to say, City of Tampere and Growth Services and also Engineering Academy.
Yes, and hello from my side also. I'm Vesa-Matti Ruottinen from City of Tampere also. And if you have slides, we can present the challenge. Very nice to see you here. How are you doing, guys? Yay! Come on!
This is a wrong challenge.
This is quite good also. I can pitch this one. Let's go.
Very good.
Yeah, it's okay. We can improvise.
Yes.
Quite good. How are you doing at stream? Hopefully you are doing there fine too.
We are very happy that there's many teams here that can help us to solve our challenge. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, that's the right one. And I can tell what the problem is. The problem is that in Tampere, in Pirkanmaa, the manufacturing industry can not have enough employees. And it's not the problem of Finland or Pirkanmaa, it's a worldwide problem. It's the same problem is in USA, Europe, Australia, Canada, Japan. All the countries where the people are aging and there's not enough younger people to work in manufacturing industry. And the reason is, one reason is that the industry is not it's not good enough. It's bad enough dirty work, hands get dirty, there's dark, old tech, and so on. And we want to say that that's image in this challenge. And also the younger people don't think that it's a cool job or they want to educate that technical working. They want to go to high school and so on. And we want to say that also. And there's also parents or career counselors who think that younger people must go to high school, not the technical talents, and so on. And the result is that the consequences is that we have no enough younger people coming to manufacturing industry. And Vesku can present the technical details.
Yeah. And what we are looking for here, actually, Harry presented the challenge very well. So we are looking for an experience environment for manufacturing industry, something like interactive and participation-based learning environment, with which you can attract people to this kind of old-school industrial field. And you can use the best aspects of physical space or virtual reality, or for instance, gamification to achieve this. You are going to provide motivating and developing activities for secondary education. So that's the target group for this particular challenge. And what the participants should experience. The participants should personally experience Tampere's manufacturing industry by trying out authentic experiences through technology. And that's the part where the metaverse comes in, as the whole theme of this challenge is the metaverse. So we are aiming that some part or the total experience is in the metaverse. So it can consist of multiple different components. It doesn't have to be metaverse all the time. It can have like AR or some AI components, but it has to have some metaverse aspect. And the goal is to learn about different industrial fields in experimental, playful, and exciting way. Nobody wants to visit this kind of boring environment, whether it's a physical space or a virtual space. If it's boring, it's boring. Nobody is going to talk forward about it. And we want to make it exciting. The people want to talk about it and invite friends to visit this space and get to know the manufacturing industry and the opportunities there. So, what is your job? What do we expect from you, the teams that are working on this particular challenge? We expect you to connect with industry experts and end users to get viewpoints and ideas. Because the end users, they know what they want. So you need to interview those. You have some ideas, you ask feedback and insights from the end users and iterate your solutions. That's what we want. Also, use technologies and tech concepts such as XR, Metaverse, AI to create the best experiences for the users. And create a small demo. At the end, we want that there is something. It doesn't have to be the whole environment, but some part of it that you can demonstrate with the demo. And then establish a storyline for the whole experience. So it can, how people feel when they enter, when they are in it, what kind of components are there. And form a roadmap, how to develop the concept further and make it actually happen. Because the demo can be only one part of it, but how to make it actually concrete and implement. And then some last thoughts, food for thought. How to integrate in the solutions to the existing schooling system and how to make it exciting. That's kind of the main part. How to make it cool so it's not boring. And how to constantly involve the industrial companies to develop the experiences. As Harri said, they have the challenge and we want to work with them, of course. How to do that. And overall, how to link the physical and digital world to solve the challenge. So how you can, for instance, you can think about how to integrate some physical object, assembling a motor, could that be fun in the virtual world, assembling something else, experiencing something there. And use the existing solutions. Because I'm pretty sure the crew will offer you something pretty amazing. So with those components, existing components, you can build a lot. Yes, that's all from my side and from Harry's side. We were City of Tampere. People try new things and remember the goal. Keep the goal in mind. Thank you.
Yes, we want fresh ideas and out-of-box thinking about this problem. Thank you.
Thank you. And next we have Mika from Valmet. Or actually, do you have any questions? We will have also at 5:30, we will have Q&A session. So let's go now for Mika from Valmet.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I have a little bit longer explanation. This is actually what we have been developing and what is coming with the industrial metaverse. So this is one example what we have built earlier, 2017, the Valmet XR. But what is actually those topics that what are the alternatives and the limitations? And I'm actually taking quite the practical approach how to integrate things together. And there are in my presentation a little about what is the future coming. And so what is the metaverse definition? I don't start to read it, but I expect most of the people know what it is. But when we go a little bit further, there are those existing metaverse implementation, different kind of platforms. And there are also open source implementations that you can use. But there is also the limitations about the scalability, how big metaverse you can build. But there are you can make the streaming and calculate beforehand those level of details, and then you are actually those, what we need is the cybersecurity when we are actually having the real-time data from the controllers in the real factory. Then we have these new AR devices are coming, and then this connectivity, the 5G private networks from the Nokia, they are coming slowly to the real industry use cases. And the Wi-Fi 6 or 7, they are giving the faster data speeds and less latency. But when we go to look these, what is the current use cases, they are gaming, travel, tourism, manufacturing, remote working due to COVID is coming, was actually boosted a lot. Then there's this education and other things. But if we go to look then what is happening here. So what I like here is this interoperability and the standards. That is the boosting when we can integrate and get the things working together. And I'm using some standard protocols I'm actually providing the couple of the prototypes for you. So the real-time data, OPC UA, it's the standard used at the factories. So we are delivering those a lot. And there is this OPC UA PubSub model and the REST API. I have actually implemented also those adapters for the REST API, and then we have also ZeroMQ adapter available that you can use to integrate your real-time data into your applications. Then these VR models, they are different kind of, but one simple way is to use the 360 photos, and then you don't need any CAD model. So you can actually take your own 360 photos and add there your content. And then these digital twins, those are needed that they are actually representing the real physical stuff in the virtual environment. And then these avatars. I have some examples from the avatars in my presentation. So this is the one digital twin, and the maturity, is it just the skeleton showing it the motor as a virtual motor, or is it the shadow that you will get some feedback from the physical object, and then real digital twin that you can also operate, and it will operate the then physical object. But when we look this, the context awareness is one key issue here, and so you need to have the content what is actually in the physical world and the virtual digital twin, and you have to somehow combine those. Here we have been using the immersal, that we can actually get the location from the photo, and then we have actually what I was showing in the Yle TV news, that we will get the real-time data to mobile phone. But when we look this is the one prototype that is showing those different devices and the values and the status of the device here. So I have the AutoML model that can detect those objects. I have actually the new one that can also classify the objects. So it will show it's the measurement, is it the pump or is it some other device. And how to start the video? Yes, thank you. So this is the one current technology that you can actually get that instant nerve. There are a couple of those tools that you can use to build up the 3D model. So this is looks like that you are flying with the drone around this building, but in real life it will actually show soon that it is not a drone video. But this is the quality what I'm expecting to have always. So you don't have to use those. So it was actually real 3D model that it was built with this NERV technology. Go to next slide, please. So it's, yep. And this is the one consumer metaverse with the avatar. So this is built with the spatial I/O, so the avatar can walk there and look around. This is perhaps for the city of Tampere interesting demonstration that you could actually walk around the city and do some virtual shopping. But this is just an example what you can do just to get your some ideas. Okay, next slide, please. And this is what I have built. So we have here actually the real wall. Then I have placed this. I'm using the A-frame here. So you can actually take the GLP format, the assets, and then you can put those. Can you start the video? And you will get the real-time values for this digital twin. It's the temperature, and then the hand wall will change the color and the rotation of the hand wall. Okay, that was the really short digital twin demo, but that kind of implementations you can do. So this is the one avatar that we were using with this robot-like, but nowadays you can actually, can you start this video please, again? So this is just a couple of photos taken with the phone, and then you will get actually your own face into the avatar. So that kind of technology is already available even with the mobile phone. And then this is interesting. Can you start the video again?
Hi, my name is Mika. I am testing new tool to create avatars from a photo. Look at eyes and mouth.
Yeah, that was just one photo that I uploaded to this DID, and I gave the text script and it made that kind of video immediately. Then these glasses are coming. So last time I visited here, this was the Lenovo RealThink A31 or what was the model, but it was very light. And now the Watches is giving these new ones, and also these X2 AR glasses, they will be really light. Interesting technology that is coming now. And then this is what I'm seeing that we need this some kind of the current solution is to use these 360 photos and build these from the point cloud, these 3D skins, but then the NERV could be one, and then these phone-based face scanning could be the one solution for the avatars, but those digital things we will need. So you have to have somehow to reuse those and dynamically connect those. And this visually, you have to connect those to get the correct state of the model and the values. And then a little bit more the summary of this presentation. So we need these kind of ecosystems and experts to implement, configure and deploy these kind of industrial metaverses. And then we need these assets, digital twins, code snippets, and then systems that will provide those standard interfaces. But, so I have actually here what I will provide you. So we have actually already running this Amazon EC2 AI server, that is the OPC UA server, so you can connect that one. And you can actually, then you have to remember to open the firewall. And I have actually on the USB stick this all the code or the servers, and that you can make also the local installation. And you can use the OPC UA expert to connect this. And there is also the REST API. I have actually made the Swagger documentation. You can actually look the online document, and you can also evaluate the interface with those, with that API online doc. And there is actually the USB stick that I can give you to copy those programs. And then this is the, for each team, I actually generated the AI server that you can take from the cloud or run locally. You will have a set of devices. If you use from the cloud, then there is team 1, test device 1 to 10, and team 2, devices 1 to 10. And then there are those commands that are implemented with the OPC UA, but you can actually call those also using the REST API. So you can actually add location to device, add coordinate to device. This connect you don't need to use. There are list commands and post commands, and there is the documentation online. And then if you run this everything locally, you have the simulation server, you have to start the AI server, you have to start this one adapter for the 0MQ, and then you can use this also this REST server. But there will be actually the simulation server, but in real life we can actually use the DNA OPC UA server. It contains the same interfaces, same data, or actually the factory data. But then you can actually use this, instead of using AI server, we have this device server, and then you will have these same interfaces with the adapters. So if you get this in the simulated environment running, then you can actually connect also in the real life. But this is actually using then protected communication with the username, password, and the certificates. Then you have everything encrypted. But this you can use without the encryption. Okay, that was my presentation.
Thank you, Mika. Any questions for Valmet and Mika? Super clear, perfect avatars. Thank you. And next, I would like to welcome on stage from Yle, Vesa and Ville. Please welcome.
I think that our presentation will have not as much IP number as the last one, so. But hello everyone, I'm Ville Gran from YLE. YLE is the Finnish national broadcasting company. I work there as a managing digital producer in YLE's sports and events unit. We are producing sports events like Olympic Games and other events like the independence celebrations in Finland's President's Palace. So they are large events that are normally from the normal audience's point of view are consumed from television. And as we are required by the law to create content for everyone in Finland, and we have noticed that especially younger audiences don't watch TV anymore as much as they have do. So that's why we are reaching those audiences from other places. And for example, we have done some experiments with metaverse, and for example, we had actually the project was led by Vesa, who is our metaverse lead at YLE. We did in last December we had Roblox version of the presidential palace celebrations in Roblox, and so our challenge is something that is has something to do with the metaverse society. So Vesa, will you present our challenge?
Yeah, thanks. So my name is Vesa Abran. I'm Metaverse Lead at Yle Innovations. And first I want to ask you, like, how many of you know what is Roblox? Okay. So it's actually a 20-year-old game, almost 20 years old. It was 2004, and they created the company in 2006. And at Yle, we have, like, it has been on our radar for a while, like 5 years or something. And we kind of thought it's a children's game, so I don't know what to do about it. But then finally, like Ville said, we experimented with it last December, and now you can please show the video.
Nyt tulee! Katso! 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 Katso!
Yeah, please scroll back a bit so I'll explain what happened. So there's like me and Elina there. We are dressed up as gorillas from our children's TV show or like brand, and we are standing on the red carpet, like wanting to shake hands with everyone coming there. And we were expecting maybe 100 kids throughout the evening. But this at 6 o'clock, I think in like 1 second past 6, we already had 100 guests, and they were charging over us. And actually, like 40% of these characters were adults or grown-ups, Generation Z, I would assume. So there's like the new generation is rushing over Yle. I kind of like the idea here. And all of these have, like there's a Finnish flag, there's some like different looking characters. All of these are operated by an individual human being, really putting some effort into like how I want to come to the presidential palace. Because yeah, that was the first time we opened up the metaverse doors. And as we know, not everyone is invited to the presidential palace on Independence Day, but we invited everyone. So basically, the question is what happens after this one? Like, there's a lot of people, 24,000 visits in 3 hours, basically. And it makes no sense for us. We were expecting so much less. So what happens when these young metaversians come to the same space? Are they is it turning into a chaos, or will it turn into a society? We don't know. We were not expecting this many people to come. And we now realize that, of course, like many of our youngs are actually every day spending time in this kind of society. So one question is that if something happens there, like what happens in the metaverse, does it stay in the metaverse? So if you are like young person and you get harassed into a corner, like will it keep you awake at night? Or is it like, okay, it doesn't matter, it happened in the metaverse? So these sort of things are really important for us to understand. So, but also on the positive side, if you create a cafeteria in the metaverse where everyone actually truly feels welcome, like what sort of person is that person? Like an angel, like will he or she get elected in the next parliament, basically, if you are like working in the metaverse? So that's the main question for us, like of this metaverse society building. What are the civics of the future society, which happens partly or maybe mostly in the metaverse? So what's for Yle, like what is our role there? Like what's our role in here, in how do we operate? And how do we recognize the players there who are doing the good stuff? And how should we reward from the good behavior happening in the metaverse? And this is our event in Roblox. There's so many events out there in Roblox, and there are so many other places as well. a VR chat, Fortnite creative, for example, and all sorts of things we don't even know about. I think that's the problem statement.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, so our challenge will be simplified to find or to invite mechanics to reward from good behavior, the behavior that would be good for society, and what that would be in metaverse. For example, we in Finland we have if you will be have a successful career and do something good for the Finnish society, the president can give you a medal in the Independence Day, or have a special title. I don't know what the vuorineuvos is in English, but anyway, we have those honorary titles. So what would be the same mechanism in the metaverse environment? How can we reward how can we reward someone that does good for his or her society in the metaverse?
Maybe any questions? Maybe chat later.
So that was it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yle. And next we have Osku from University of Tampere and ECIU.
Hello everyone, nice to be here. I'm here to announce this challenge, AI Academia Human AI Partnership in the Metaverse. So the idea of this challenge is to combine two game-changing trends in computing, the Metaverse and artificial intelligence. And my background is I come from Tampere University, I'm a PhD researcher, I'm defending my thesis next month. My field is information systems science and knowledge management. So I have a human perspective in my research. I studied technology and human and what happens when they are combined. And I also have a design science perspective in my research. And basically, my approach to research is the same thing that is going to happen in this very challenge. And I'm also presenting ECIU University, that is a European consortium of innovative universities, a total of 14 universities from Europe, except one, that is from Mexico. Okay, the first paradigm shift, the metaverse. Mika from Valmet said that we all know what the metaverse is, and I must disagree. I think we have all of our own opinions about the metaverse, but I think we don't know what it is. It is going to be a digital universe where people interact in real time, okay? It offers new possibilities in social connections, virtual worlds, like Roblox, for example, entertainment, sports events, concerts, businesses, business environments like collaborative platforms that we have been building, and of course in the context of this challenge, education. Maybe in the future there will be virtual university at some point. I don't know. But there is also a problem. The metaverse does not exist yet. And I think this is a positive thing. You are the ones who are building it, or at least one small corner of the metaverse, and the initial design and architecture of that world. There might be some interconnected, the metaverse it's a 3D something that might be interconnected, something like that. There might be blockchain, might be not, but we don't know what it is yet. And one thing is sure, that the metaverse doesn't survive with artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is already a key part of the metaverse. For example, these virtual reality headsets, we have hand tracking, we have pattern recognition and so on. But now, of course, when OpenAI opened it, ChatGPT, we have ChatGPT plugins, we have AutoGPT that can automate things, and we have so many things happening at this time in the field of artificial intelligence. And it's transforming industries and the way we approach problem solving. And because artificial intelligence, it offers us tools for problem solving and decision making, it's really interesting to see what kind of solutions it could be when we are building educational metaverse. But there is also a problem because the developments in AI are so rapid, it's so difficult to keep up with these developments, and it's difficult to effectively utilize AI in different contexts. And that's why we need this challenge. And the ultimate combo, the metaverse and the artificial intelligence. We need to combine these two innovative technologies, the metaverse that does not exist yet, and the artificial intelligence where the development is so rapid that it's really hard to get a grasp on what is happening. And options for this challenge is higher level user experience design or architecture design, or you can combine both of these. And if you don't know what these mean, you just use ChatGPT, it knows. Use it as much as you like. But there are some requirements. You need to build upon the idea of XR campus. It is a minimum viable product of this collaborative educational environment that we built a few years ago. And you need to consider challenge-based learning at the ECIU University. Basically, that means that it is a learning activity that involves companies that provide challenges for students and educators and researchers, and they are open-ended, complex problems, just like in the real world when you go work in some company. And you need to also visualize your ideas to enhance understanding, and you are using ChatGPT, but unfortunately you also need to justify your design with some references and other sources as well, and unleash your imagination and build something that haven't been seen before. Okay, that was it. Any questions?
Questions? Super clear. Thank you, Osku. Thank you. So now, last but not least, we have the final challenge from UNICEF. So let's please welcome Jussi Kivipuro on stage and share what UNICEF Challenge is all about.
Thank you. So it's wonderful to be here. I think we have been sitting and listening along. So I use this opportunity to give a little bit of blood to the head so that we actually can stand one more presentation. So I encourage everybody to stand up and give a little bit of blood to your body. And give a little bit of stretch to your legs, maybe shake them, whatever makes you feel better and feel energized so that we get one more thing going down the drain. Okay, and when you feel comfortable, just please go back seated. But if you want to continue stretching, that's okay as well. I realized kind of watching the presentations that today we have an all-male panel. And that's not really a great thing, but I'm really happy to see that kind of there is lots of variety in the people who are here today. So I just want to say that we are very excited to have kind of very diverse teams which kind of have many different type of backgrounds and many different type of thinking and different identify themselves whoever they are. In the UNICEF team we will have kind of people from different countries with different genders, different thinking who will be guiding you with the tasks we have ahead. The UNICEF organization, I think most probably everyone thinks that, yes, I know what UNICEF is, so I don't go there. But kind of UNICEF has some amazing functions inside the organization. So we are a child rights organization which is doing development cooperation, we are doing humanitarian work, but we also innovate how that work should be done, as well as how the world should function. And for that reason, we have an Office of Innovation, and I'm coming from there. We are about 100 people working around various topics. We have a team which is called Ventures team. We have a team working around climate change in the water and sanitation. The team where I'm coming from is called Innovative Financing. So we are trying to innovate again how all the global finances should be moving in a way that they would actually benefit children and benefit world, that they wouldn't get all the money would go just to the rich people. With that, let's go to the next slide. I can take also, this is maybe the controller here. Kind of basically what we want you to do is to help us to communicate our vision of world where kind of investments don't go just for rich countries, but they would go into emerging countries, and they would be done in a such way that also children would benefit from that. So we want you to visualize what is the difference of a current state of life for children, and what would be the life where the money would go to the investments, where there would be green energy, where there would be recycling, where there would be buses taking kids to school, where the kids would have the books to read and internet connectivity also in a country where that's not really kind of a clear thing. That's what we need. The whole idea why we are doing this is that the world has together decided that yes, we want to achieve all these sustainable development goals, and we want to do them together. But the reality is that we are behind. Currently, in order to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, there is a need of $4.2 trillion more funds needed every year to achieve it. And just to make it more concrete, there are lots of zeros. This doesn't mean us anything, but at least you see lots of zeros. So it's not really easy thing to achieve. And it sounds kind of maybe not doable or not possible, but just to put it in perspective, here, this little blue dot here is that $4.2 trillion. This even smaller dot here is the global development aid, what all the countries and you, when you donate to UNICEF or whatever organization you are donating, that's all that there. This dot is what we would need every year in order to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. This dot here is all the environmental, social, and governance money which is invested every year on a global level. And this dot, which is too light, sorry for that, is the global finance market globally. So we would just need 1% of this money in order to achieve the global sustainable development goals. And in order to achieve that, kind of UNICEF Innovative Finance Hub is developing a tool to help investors to do that. And we call it Child Lens Investing Framework. It's kind of lots of data, lots of instructions, but in simple, kind of it says that okay, you are doing your investment decisions today by making sure that it will give a certain return, there are minimum risks, etc., etc. Kind of there are lots of things what the investor needs to do in order to make the decision. We will add few more instructions there that how do you take into account that actually children would benefit in a developing country. So UNICEF is doing this tool, you don't need to do that. We will launch it in September. We will do it in the UN General Assembly. So we need you to help us to communicate that in an exciting way, so that when we go and talk to the political leaders or we talk to the investors, that they will understand and they will get excited that, oh, that's what it means, that's how it functions. And because they are pretty important people, they don't have much time. So your demo, whatever it will be in a metaverse or virtual reality, whatever it will be, it needs to be really short. It needs to be very clear, understandable, exciting, and it will communicate and show that, okay, this is where we are now. This is how the life of a child looks very concretely today. And if those investments would be put in place, this is how it will be look tomorrow. So this is a demo for events. And in kind of what we want is a prototype of that demo. You can imagine what it would be. Kind of your task is to make the demo, and then once you have a prototype in place, we will take it forward and we will develop it so that we get to take it into these places. What kind of skills do we need? We need people who are storytellers, who like to write, who like to think. We need people who like to do visualization, 3D modeling. We need a project manager, somebody who makes sure that everybody has food, everybody has a computer, everybody is happy, that you work together in a happy mode. We need understanding of different countries, developing countries, different situations. We need those who decide that, okay, what technology do we use and how do we make it and how would it work in an event environment? And then we need the software development, we need coding, we need hardware, etc. But kind of, we need the whole team. All these skills are needed in order to make it succeed and work. Here is our team who will be helping you. So additional to me, there is a Radha who is kind of leading the development of this tool. There is Francisco, Radha is from India. Francisco is coming from Peru, and he is a child rights expert. And today I heard that from our ventures team, there will be a blockchain lead, most probably joining our team as well. So kind of you will get support also from UNICEF side in a quite many ways. And then we have this amazing team from the BRiDG who are helping us in a many different ways. So yeah, that's the UNICEF challenge. Please join.
Any questions?
Do you need to use metaverse? You don't need to use. If you think that, for example, virtual reality is the best way to do it, please go ahead. Kind of what we hope to do in a further stage, we naturally want to kind of get the use of this material in a different platform so that we can communicate it also in other situations than in the events. But now we want something what can be used in the events. So kind of the purpose is more important than technology. If metaverse is a good way to do it, please do it that way. If you as a team decide that let's do something else, we are happy.
Anything else to ask? Then
thank you very much.
Okay. Firstly, I want to thank each challenge partner. Thank you so much for being in BRiDG. Now we get into building. So each challenge partner, they have their own dedicated desks. So every hackathon participant, please give space for the challenge partners. So if you want to meet the challenge partner, each challenge partner has their dedicated desks there. Also, we have now some pizza, so feel free to get some dinner now and serve yourself. For the ones online, you can ask questions from the challenge partners on their section on the Eventee platform, and also there is Samuli, correct? Samuli totally online helping you, so you can see on the section where Samuli is you can see that you can get the link for the meeting to meet him. And also, I know that there is a lot of people that are wondering what is their team and where do they belong. Don't worry, you are in a team, but we require that the one person from the team sets the team on the junction dashboard. So if you are not in a team, I have a help desk over there, and come to meet me. You can get pizza before, and I think so there is going to be some kind of line. So come meet me, and we will get everything figured out. And if you have your team already here, please meet each other and start building. Thank you. If you have anything to ask, please come ask everyone with the blue hoodies. Thank you.